With CES 2025 coming to an end a while ago, I think I finally have an idea of what this year's tech will look like. So, let's get straight into it. I'm gonna rapid fire through a handful of products, and then say which ones I like the most. First up, I saw an interesting computer that can roll, made by Lenovo, called the Lenovo ThinkBook Plus Gen 6. I've seen phones like this before, but never a whole computer, and I gotta say, it looks absolutely insane, because you start out with a 14-inch OLED screen, like any other normal laptop, but you can roll it out and make it a huge 17-inch display. But for now, it does seem like it's more of a party trick than something actually useful, so I personally would not buy it, also bearing in mind that it will be $3,500 when it launches. Also, an interesting computer made by Lenovo, the Lenovo Yoga Slim 9i has a 98% screen-to-body ratio and an under-display camera, giving it a super cool bezel-less look. Apparently, it's the thinnest bezels ever on a laptop, which, from seeing the things I saw on like CES coverage and stuff, it does look pretty impressive. Also boasting stupid thin bezels, LG's new ultrafine 6K monitor, where even if I squint my eyes looking at an image of it, I still only see the screen on the side of the display and can't see any bezels. It also will be one of the first few monitors to support Thunderbolt 5, which is interesting, but not many accessories support Thunderbolt 5 yet, so not really a big deal. It will be as large as Apple's Pro Display XDR, but about half the price, so yeah, be excited for that when it comes out. Also, like usual, there were a handful of TVs, including an all-new, all-powerful TV from LG, the G5, which is a pretty big step up in many ways up from the G4, but mostly because it is allegedly 40% brighter than the G4. Along with this, I also saw a sick monitor from LG that could literally bend into a curved screen with the press of a button, and it is absolutely ridiculous and insane, fitting nearly like every use case. Along with that though, I also saw an interesting TV that was completely standalone and didn't even need a box connected it to work. Made from a company called Displace, their wireless OLED TV can use suction to attach to many different types of surfaces, which is pretty dang cool. Samsung and Google have also partnered up to make their alternative to Dolby Atmos, named Eclipsa Audio, a new 3D audio format that will be integrated into Samsung's 2025 TV and soundbar lineup. And just like last year, Samsung showed off their really cool transparent microLED TV that will be stupid expensive when it launches. And, of course, because it's 2025, the term AI is being tossed around like a ragdoll, a quite beat up ragdoll at that, because now even TVs use AI upscaling and AI chatbots and AI search, things like that. Heck, even speakers are getting in on the fun, with LG partnering with will.i.am to make XBoom, 3 speakers that use AI to analyze the environment around it to adjust things like music and lighting to really light up the party. There was also a different type of concept display made by Samsung that literally can bulge to give the illusion of depth. It does this using a stretchable screen, and it creates a pretty convincing 3D effect without those annoying 3D moving glasses. Again, a cool concept from Samsung is an interesting watch that uses microLED for its display, and from what I've heard, it seems insanely bright, punchy, and contrasty. I also saw a new earbud that you can use for sleeping, made by a company called Oslo, which can track your health metrics when you are deep in your slumber. There were also a lot of autonomous robots, where the most impressive one that stood out to me was actually not just a robot. It was actually a robot platform, displayed by Nvidia, called the Nvidia Cosmos. This is a first of its kind step in autonomous robots, as it uses generative AI, oh my god, the poor ragdoll, to help train robots by letting them adapt in different environments. Another cool application of autonomous robots was from Realbotix, where they had a human-looking humanoid that appeared a little creepy, but hey, I can definitely see us getting there. Moving up to the next level, as usual, there were many vehicles in the automotive industry that amazed me, mostly because of their super futuristic looking designs. A great example of this is the cars made by Honda, the Zero Saloon and SUV, which both have a very shiny finish and a boxy design. Another great example was the Afeela 1, a car that looked a lot like the Lucid Air from the outside, but with screens galore on the inside. Like, seriously, across the length of the entire front window, there's just a screen that displays the obvious things, like how fast you're going and how much battery you have left, but also a bunch of extra space for things like your map, entertainment, and so much more. But the front is where we're just getting started, as the back also has two displays, one attached to each front seat's headrest, which are an awesome type of built-in entertainment. Oh yeah, and did I forget to mention that its car's voice assistant has ChatGPT 4.0 built in? Another cool one was Aptera, a car with a never-seen-before wacky design that used solar power to charge. But what truly stood out to me the most was something called the XPeng AeroHT. This is an absolutely insane and mind-blowing car that not only has an intriguing and futuristic design that can seat 5 people, but one that also holds a small 2-person helicopter inside with a 270-degree angle of view looking out. It only has about 25 miles of range, but hey, it'll start at $300,000. And when it comes out, that's gonna be more or less what you'd expect for something like this. Like, think about it. You're going camping or something, and you pull up in this, think of all the places you could go. In the phone category, not only did Samsung display a tri-folding 10-inch phone very similar to Huawei's Mate X-T, but there was also a phone that could turn its display into e-ink with the flick of a switch, created by TCL and called the TCL 60. Also, there were many cool phone accessories, such as wireless chargers and cases, but those are boring. You know what's not boring? An all-new controller that you can attach to your phone to play many different types of games. It is called MCon, and it attaches via MagSafe and connects through Bluetooth. It is very portable and pocketable, and you can just flick it up to reveal a game controller, which reminds me a lot of those retro phones that had keyboards on them, such as the Google One. Oh, and the icing on the cake is that it has these super nice adjustable grips along with a 12-hour battery. Another phone accessory was one where you could literally charge your phone to full in seconds. Called Swippet, you do need to have a pretty special and pretty thick case to let it swap out your battery, and the bigger problem is that it will cost a whopping $450 for only the charging station, which probably, definitely won't be worth that much money. Add on $120 per case and it seems absurdly expensive. On the topic of accessories, this is probably a good time to mention some rings and some glasses. To start, the Ultrahuman Ring is a smart ring like many others, but one that you can actually propose with because of its use of premium materials like gold and platinum. And even though there were many smart glasses displayed, none of them were as cool as the Halliday smart glasses. Unlike AR glasses, these project a 3.5-inch screen straight into the right corner of your eye, which means they look eerily similar to normal glasses. Some of its functionality includes a real-time translator, a teleprompter mode, displaying lyrics while playing music, and a whole lot more. And even though it wields a hefty price at $489, these are pretty dang cool. But not only were there cool devices, last but certainly not least, there were also many other cool home gadgets as well. 5 of these are the LG Signature Smart InstaView Microwave, the Ultralock Boat Mission, Plantiform Smart Indoor Garden, the Limo 1, and a spoon that uses electricity to trick you into thinking that something is saltier than it really is. This is so that you can consume a more healthy amount of salt, and even though it seems a little sketchy, albeit not too well, it actually works. As a segue into food, the LG Signature Smart InstaView microwave is also pretty cool, as we've seen many refrigerators with screens before, but this is the first microwave to do the same. It has an LCD touchscreen with numerous speakers and cameras. Along with that, the Ultralock bolt mission is a lock that you can not only unlock with a number code, but also by using your phone. Not only can you unlock through NFC, but it also uses ultra-wideband technology to open your door. That is, if your phone has ultra-wideband, which many phones these days do indeed have. But once you are inside, you might want to see some greenery, which is where Plantiform's Smart Indoor Garden comes in. It is essentially an entire greenhouse packaged in a small dome shape that you can keep around your house to make it more aesthetically pleasing. Going back outside, the Limo 1 is not just a typical smart lawnmower, as it can handle steep 45-degree slopes and also has a 16-inch cutting path. Also, because of Limo's satellite navigation, the owner can make sure that it will cut the entirety of their lawn. That said, even though it seemed like I was super impressed by products from CES this year, which I was, I feel like it could have been more exciting, as there were no concept smartphones, such as the wrist phone from Motorola last year, not many exciting laptops with the exception of the Rollable one from Lenovo, not that many audio advancements, and even though there were many cool concept cars, big manufacturers like Audi, Mercedes, and any of the American Big Three didn't show up. Still, that doesn't mean we didn't see any advancements, and the ones that we saw, the ones that were showcased, were actually pretty impressive. So with that, my top 3 favorite products were the Halliday smart glasses, the Lenovo Rollable laptop, and the Nvidia Cosmos. There is so much more that will come out in the future, and you'd better bet I'm ready for it. 2025 will be crazy, to say the least. I will release a video soon about what I'm most excited to see in 2025, mainly Apple, so check that out when it releases. Alexplained, signing out.